Acharya Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Anti Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Vento Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Parishishwara Gopa Gopinath Shyama Radha Giri Govardhana ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dhama ki Jagannath Puri Dhama ki Manipur Navadvip Dhama ki Abhidanga Harinam Sankirtan Yuga Dhama ki. All glories to the assembled devotees. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devam Saraswatim Vyasam Sacho Jayam Mudiraye Nasta Praisha Padreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Utamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer his respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of God in Narayana, unto the supermost human being, Narayana Rishi, unto the Goddess of Learning, Mother Saraswati, and the author, Srila Vyasa Dev. By regularly attending classes on the Srimad Bhagavatam and hearing the metta very submissively, everything that is inauspicious to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who alone is sanctifying the whole universe and is glorified by the Vedic hymns, can be established as an irrevocable fact. Now we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, from the 9th canto. This is Mukti, liberation, and we are continuing on with the pastime of, who knows what's the pastime we are in? Okay, do we put it up here on the screen? It's up. Which verse is it up there? Is it?
9:18.
Okay, good. Shriya Duruvacha Natsahe Jarasa Statum Natsahe Jarasa Statum Natsahe Jarasa Statum Antara Prapraya Pava Antara Praptaya Tava Antara Praptaya Tava Aviditva Shukam Gramyam Aviditva Shukam Gramyam Aviditva Shukam Gramyam Vaitrishyam Naiti Purusha Vaitrishnam Naiti Purusha Vaitrishyam Naiti Purusha Shri Arurvacha Notsahe Jarasa Statum Antara Praptavatava Aviditva Shukam Gramya Vaitrishyam Naiti Purusha. Okay. Please. Side border. Bhakti Vardhan, Prangopal, you like to recite?
Shri Yadurvacha
Shri Yadurvacha
Notsaha Jarasasthatum Antara Praptaya Tava Aviditva Sukham Gramyam Vatarishnam Yateti Purusha
Shri Yadurvacha
No sahe jarasashtatum Antara praptaya tava Avidya shukam gramyam Vai Krishnaiti Purusha
Shri Yadurvacha
Shri Yadurvacha
Natsaye Jarasastatum Antara Praptya Tava
Antara Praptaya Tava
Avidya Sukam Gamyam
Aviditva Sukam Gramyam
Vaitrishnam Naiti Purusa
Vaitrishyam Naiti Purusha.
Shri Yadur Uvacha
Shri Yadurvacha
Notsahe jarasasthatum
Notsahe Jarasasatum
Antara prartaya tava
Antara Praptaya Tava
Aviditva sukham gramyam
Aviditva Sukam Gramyam
Vaitrisnyam naiti purushaha
Vaitrishyam Naiti Purusha. Mataji?
Shri Yaduruvacha
Shri Yadurvacha
Natsaye Jarase Satum
Notsahe Jarasasatum
Antara Plaptaya Tava
Antara Praptaya Tava
Aviditva Shukam Gramyam
Aviditva Sukam Gramyam
Vaitrishnam Naiti Purusha
Vaitrishnam Naiti Purusha.
Shri Yaduruvacha
Shri Yadurvacha
Notsaye Jarasastatum
Notsahe Jarasasatum
Antara Praptaya Tava
Antara Praptaya Tava
Aviditva Sukam Gramyam
Aviditva Sukam Gramyam
Vaitrishnam Naiti Purusha
Vaitrishnam Naiti Purusha.
Shri Yaduruvacha
Shri Yadurvacha
Natsaye Jarasastatum
Notsahe Jarasasatum
Antara Praptaya Tava
Antara Praptaya Tava
Aviditva Sukham Gramyam
Aviditva Sukam Gramyam
Vaitrishnam Naiti Purusha
Notrishyam Sahe Jarasasatum Antara Praptaya Tava Yadu the enthusiastic.
I am not enthusiastic.
Jarasa will Statum to remain. Antara Praptaya accepted. Tava your
Without experiencing
Shukam happiness. Gramyam to material enjoyment.
indifference to material enjoyment.
Na
Jai.
Yadu replied, my dear father, yes, material happiness one cannot attain renunciation. This exchange would delay his complete engagement in devotional service. He did not want to accept his father's old age, for he was eager to achieve freedom from disturbances. Moreover, the descendants of Yadu would be Lord Krishna. Therefore, because Yadu was eager to see the Lord's appearance in his dynasty as soon as possible, Yadu refused to accept his father's proposal. This was not irreligious, however, because Yadu's purpose was to serve the Lord. Because Yadu was a faithful servant of the Lord, Lord Krishna appeared in his dynasty, as confirmed in the prayers of Kunti. Yadu priyasya. Yadu was very dear to Krishna, who was therefore eager to descend in Yadu's dynasty. In conclusion, Maharaj Yadu should not be considered adhamagyan, ignorant of religious principles, as the next verse designates his brothers. He was like the four Sanakas Chatusana, who refused the order of their father Brahma for the sake of a better cause. Because the four Kumaras wanted to engage themselves completely in the service of the Lord as brahmacharis, their refusal to obtain their father's order was not irreligious. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnanandana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagadamayam Dadati Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajevam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hari Pre Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, anglais, okay, français un petit peu. We are continuing reading from the 9th canto. Is everything clear in the story? Story is clear?
No.
Okay, not clear in the story. So what happened? Who is King Yadu? King Yadu is the son of Yayati. It was in the purport. So Yayati, he is the descendant of which Vamsa? Surya Vamsa? Soma Vamsa? Chandra. So in this, which is the dynasty, who is born into? Sri Krishna. Okay, so we're hearing about the descendant, the predecessors of Lord Sri Krishna, and in a nutshell, the story, what happened? It was Devayani, a very attractive lady, the daughter of Shukracharya, and there was Yayati. Yayati, some or other, developed lusty desires towards Devayani, who then came along with her friend, and Shukracharya's order to have a proper married life. Because if you're lusty as a king, you need to get into Grihastha, you need to marry that girl. So he married her, Devayani, and her friend. And Shukracharya, he played a role in making clear that he's the boss, saying that you cannot lie down with that other girl, otherwise I'll curse you. So Yayati, he unfortunately, he laid down with that other girl, with that friend of Devayani, the daughter of Shukracharya, and Devayani went back. After both got a child from Yayati, Devayani went back to Shukracharya. Shukracharya hears, oh, my daughter's trust was broken, so I have to curse him now, but she got envious, and I curse Yayati too. I have old age. that old age, invalidity, pretty bad. So Yayati said, okay, what to do now? Maybe my 5 sons are there. They may be taking my old age. Why not? And all of them, the first 4, they said, no. We don't take, no. Like the Kumaras. Brahma tells them, now you have to generate offspring. But Kumaras say, no, thank you. We are brahmacharis. We want to preach and travel around the world naked, the universe. So then the 4 sons of Yayati refused to take the old age invalidity. And the 5th son, which was Yadu, the famous Yadu from the Yadu dynasty, he said first no, and then later we will see when you come tomorrow to the class. Then, of course, we hear in the purport, what's the matter of fact? The matter of fact is, why did Yadu refuse first? Because he wanted to engage his whole time in devotional service. As a matter of fact, the father Yayati will take sannyas eventually, and he will follow Varnashrama system. Prabhupada mentions in the purport 2 important points from this verse. One point is paradharma. We had that before. Paradharma means bhakti. Savai pumsa paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaji. Ahaitukiya pratyata yayatma suprasidati. What really satisfies the soul is not any certain dharma, what we think, my family, my house, my wife. That is all good. But that is not the supreme dharma. Paradharma means bhakti yoga, means direct service to the spiritual master and to Lord Shri Krishna. By serving the spiritual master only we can attain the lotus feet of Krishna. So this is paradharma. This is why Yadu refused. He said, what am I supposed to do with old age and invalidity? I want to serve Shri Krishna directly. Bhakti yoga, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So that is one point in the purport. Another point is Varnashrama system. If we cannot control lusty desires, we cannot stay brahmachari, we have to go through the grihastha ashram into vanaprastha to sannyas, because we are not supposed to take sannyas prematurely. As a matter of fact, it can be very dangerous for the common people, because they may follow us. They may follow us and they see he's a sannyasi. When the sannyasi falls, the common people, they go to hell. But then, of course, as it happened before, still they can be delivered. Prabhupada mentions this is specifically in the purport because it happened historically. Sannyasis that Prabhupada initiated, they were premature, factually. And because they fell, the whole yatra drowned with them. So we have to be very careful with this matter of Varnashrama system, but it is scientific and it leads us to renunciation. As Prabhupada mentioned at the very beginning of the purport, renunciation is the, what does he say? The very beginning of the purport, renunciation is? That is very interesting. Is the goal of human life, means this life. This human life, our goal is Nibbana Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagyam Uchate. Yukta Vairagya Uchate means that everything we use in the service of Krishna. Have fun, good. At the end you have to give it up. So better renounce it, or Yukta Vairagyam, use it in the service of Krishna. Got family, wife, children, then it's okay, but engage in the service. Engage in the service to the spiritual master and Shri Shri Radha Parisishwara. That is paradharma, bhakti yoga. Now Prabhupada also mentions in the purport about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we hear from this purport that Mahaprabhu says niskinchana. He should be free from all contamination. And Srila Prabhupada, he puts it in the middle of the purport. It's like a sandwich. In the beginning he says that, goal of life, of human life is renunciation. And then he works himself from renunciation to bhakti. And from bhakti he goes directly to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the example of bhakti yoga. What we read in the Bhagavatam might seem very vast, like an ocean. How can we understand that vastness of that ocean? We have to see an example. What is the example? It's the life of Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada, he refers to Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam. He refers to actually the form of bhakti, of Bhakti Devi, Srimati Radharani and Krishna combined, to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So because we are now here and it is festival, and I like festivals, we better read something about the festival, because who's not in the Gaurapuni mood still? Are we not still in the Gaurapuni mood? It was an amazing festival. So we should read something from the Adikanda, chapter 3, the horoscope of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Sri Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahayana. The horoscope of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Even before he took his birth, the Lord propagated the chanting of his holy name. Streams of people went for their bath in the Ganga at the time of, what happened in Navadvip when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born? Eclipse. And all along the way they chanted Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Some who from their birth never once uttered the Lord's name, now chanted the name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, on the way to the Ganga. The sound of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, emanated from every direction. And the Supreme Lord, the best of the Brahmins, smiled to himself as he made his appearance. Sri Jagannath Mishra and Srimati Shachi Devi glanced at their child's beautiful face and were overcome with unbounded joy, overwhelmed. The ladies stood around the child, not knowing what to do. Excitedly, they ululated. They ululated, and in jubilation they chanted Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Relatives and friends hurried to see the newborn child. Sri Jagannath Mishra's house was a scene of great exaltation. Srimati Shachi Devi's father, Sri Nilambar Chakravarti, found esoteric and wonderful science in every house now the astrological house of the child's astrological chart. Sri Chakravarti was astounded by the baby's beauty and saw all divine symptoms upon his person. He said, a much accepted prophecy in Bengal is that someday a king will be born in Bengal as a Brahmin son. Only the future will prove whether this is the actual child. In the presence of all, Nilambar Chakravarti, an expert astrologer, began explaining the ramifications of the different astrological signs in the Lord's chart. The further he delved into the child's exalted chart, the more difficulty he found in describing the Lord's glorious position. Actually, the qualities of this child displayed in his horoscope are beyond those of a king. In fact, they appear to be beyond description. The child will come to conquer the learning of Brahaspati, the guru of the demigods, and be the greatest scholar. He will be a natural repository of all divine qualities. Present in that gathering was a great saint in the guise of a Brahmana who made predictions on the Lord's future. The Brahmana said, "This child is the Supreme Lord Narayana himself. He will establish the essence of all religion. He will initiate a wonderful preaching movement and deliver the whole world by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare." He will bestow upon everyone that gift which is forever desirable, even by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Lord Srila Shukadev Goswami. Upon seeing him, people will feel compassion for all living entities and become callous towards material joys and pains. This will be the greatest benediction for the whole world. Not to mention ordinary men, even hardcore atheists will worship the lotus feet of this child. He will be glorified throughout the entire creation, and people from all orders of life will come to worship him. He is the personification of pure Bhagavad religion, Sanatana Dharma, the eternal occupation of all souls in relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. The benefactor of the Brahmanas, cows, and devotees, and the affectionate, devoted son of his parents. This child has come to accomplish great works, just as the Supreme Lord Narayana incarnated and re-established religious principles. Who can explain the imports of this child's exalted astrological and esoteric symptoms? How fortunate you are, Sri Jagannath Mishra! A leader among men, I offer my obeisances to you. The illustrious amongst men, I offer my obeisances to you. I feel greatly fortunate that I could calculate his astrological chart. His name accordingly will be Sri Vishwambha. He will be known to all as Navadvip Chandra, the moon of Navadvip. He is spiritual bliss personified. The Brahmin did not speak further about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes of accepting the renounced order, sannyas, since that would have disturbed the loving emotions of his parents. Sri Jagannath Mishra was enthralled with ecstasy over descriptions of his son. He immediately wanted to offer gifts to the Brahmin. He was a poor man with few possessions, yet feeling great jubilation, Sri Mishra fell at the Brahmin's feet and cried. The Brahmana also caught Sri Mishra's feet, and everyone present shouted, Hari! Hari! with great joy. The relatives and friends were all praised for the child, and they blessed him as they heard the supernatural predictions of his future. Soon the musicians arrived playing their respective instruments, clay drums, flutes, and chennai, and filled the air with wonderful music. Ladies from the higher planets mingled freely, yet unnoticed, with the ladies from earth in this wonderful gathering. The mother of the demigod Aditi smiled and placed her right hand, which held auspicious grass and paddy, upon the child's head to bless him, saying, Live long. Shriman Shachidevi, Srimati Shachidevi, and Shriman Jagannath Mishra and the other members of the joyous assembly noticed the extraordinary beauty of these ladies, but they hesitated to inquire about their identities. The demigods respectfully took the dust from Shachi Devi's feet. She could not speak through extreme exultation. Neither the Vedas nor Lord Ananta Shesh could describe the waves of jubilation that drowned Sri Jagannath Mishra's house. The entire population of Nadia seemed to be present at Shachi Devi's house to experience that indescribable joy. Wherever the people were, in their houses, on the banks of the Ganga, on the streets, they all loudly chanted, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone jubilantly celebrated the Lord's birth, unknowingly thinking that the festivities was actually for the lunar eclipse. Lord Chaitanya appears on the full moon night of the month of Falguna. The day is most worshipable by Lord Brahma and all other great personalities. This day of the Lord's appearance is the holiest of holy occasions. This day is devotion personified. Lord Chaitanya appeared on the full moon night of the Falguna, and Lord Nityananda appeared on the 13th night of the waxing moon. Both these days are all auspicious and transcendental occasions. All glories to the lotus-eyed moon-like Lord Chaitanya. All glories to your loving devotees. O Lord, look upon me mercifully, that my delusion may be dispelled, and that I may be able to serve and worship you day and night. The wonderful appearance of the Lord increased the happiness of everyone in Srimati Shachi Devi's house. Both Sri Jagannath Mishra's and Shachi Devi's hearts heaved joyous waves looking at the Lord's beautiful face. Sri Vishwarup would pick up his brother in his arms, smiling gleefully at the Supreme Lord, the abode of all transcendental joys. Friends and relatives lingered affectionately, surrounding the Lord at all times. Some chanted mantras of enchantment in the Lord's room for his protection. The Vishnu Raksha mantra invoking Lord Vishnu's protection and the Devi mantra invoking Durga Devi's protection were chanted while some people circumambulated the Lord's house. When the Lord would cry, shedding tears from his lotus eyes, only the sound of the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, would pacify the Lord. Finally, everyone understood the secret message. And whenever the Lord cried, they immediately chanted, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The demigods were in a jovial mood and decided to play some practical jokes on the people who always surrounded Nimai. A demigod in a subtle body stole quietly about the house, unseen by human eyes. When the people saw the shadowy figure glide past, they exclaimed, There goes a thief! Terror-stricken, some of them loudly chanted, Narasingha! Narasingha! While others murmured the Aprajara Jaita Stotra prayers to Parvati Devi, the wife of Lord Shiva, for protection. While many persons were going around the house chanting all different mantras and prayers, a great commotion was heard from inside Shachi Devi's house. The demigods had assembled to see the Lord, but the people outside thought that these thieves were entering. Some shouted, Catch the thief! Thief! While others continuously chanted, Narasingha! Narasingha! A Brahmin priest endowed with powers of exorcising ghosts threatened the invisible demigods. You are lucky. You got away today, but you had better know the tremendous power of Lord Narasinghadev. Unseen by anyone, the demigods laughed to themselves in this way. A month passed a whole month, completing her 1 month of confinement, the period of contamination after childbirth. Srimati Shachi Devi went for a bath in the Ganga with the other ladies. Amongst singing and joyous clamor, Shachi Devi bathed in the Ganga. She worshipped Ganga Devi, and thereafter a village goddess called... What's the name of the village goddess? Shashti. After worshipping different demigods in accordance with the proper rites, Shachi Devi returned with these satisfied ladies. According to the social custom, Shachi Devi respectfully offered all the ladies roasted paddy, bananas, oil, vermilion powder, betel nuts, and betel leaves. The ladies in turn blessed the child and offered respects to Shachi Devi before they returned to their respective homes. In this way, the Supreme Lord Chaitanya performed his childhood pastimes. Without the Lord's mercy, these pastimes are incomprehensible. Do you like to hear some more? The Lord as a child cried frequently, however, his real intention in crying was to induce everyone to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The ladies would try one way or another to pacify him, but the Lord would cry all the more. Nevertheless, as soon as the ladies chanted Hari, Hari, a beaming smile would spread across the Lord's exquisite moon-like face. Thus, discovering that the chanting pleased and placated the Lord, everyone would gather in his room and always repeat to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Clapping their hands happily. Therefore, everyone performed congregational chanting, and Shachi Devi's house constantly resounded with the Lord's transcendental name. Unknown to all, Lord Chaitanya's childhood pastimes in Sri Jagannath Mishra's house were a facsimile to Gopal Krishna's childhood pastimes. When no one was present in a room, he would intentionally scatter things around, after pouring milk, butter, oil on the floor. Forewarned that Mother Shachi Devi was approaching, he would quickly lie down and start crying. Shachi Mata would pacify him by repeating Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Who has scattered the rice, wheat, and dal? Why are these broken pots of curd and milk on the floor? No one could understand who had done this. There was only the 4-month-old baby in the house. Curiosity drew everyone to that room, but they could not find any trace of the culprit. Some conjectured a demon or ghost must have come, but due to the effect of the mantras, it could not harm the baby. Angry that it could do nothing to the child, it threw everything around and escaped. This incident left Sri Jagannath Mishra quite perplexed. but thinking it a providential interference, he did not comment. And Shachi Devi felt that sorrows soothed by just looking at the child's face. Days passed, wrapped in mystery, until the day of the name-giving ceremony arrived. Sri Nilambar Chakrabarti and other learned scholars and friends assembled there. You like to hear the story of Namakarana? Hari. Respectable chaste ladies who looked as fresh and glowing as Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, attended the ceremony in beautiful saris. Everyone discussed which name the child should have. Some ladies made one suggestion, while other ladies made another. This child will have no younger brother or sister. Therefore, being the last child of the family, he should be named Nimai. And some said ladies. After consideration all the points, the scholars said there was one name most appropriate for the child. As soon as he was born, famine ended in the land, and the farmers were blessed with long-awaited rains. Happy and healthy conditions returned to the land and his birth. It was similar to the ancient story of Lord Narayana protecting and upholding the universe during devastation. Which is the story? Holding up the original universe. Might be Lord Varaha. Hence, his name should be Sri Vishwambar, the sustainer of the world. This is confirmed in his horoscope, for he is the brightest torchbearer of his family. The name Nimai that the respected ladies have suggested will be his second name. The name was given at an auspicious moment when all the planetary indications were right, and amidst readings of the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Vedas by the Brahmins. Okay, so time flies. Are there any questions? You have something on your mind you like to ask? Maybe about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or maybe about the story of how he appeared, or maybe about Parabhakti, about the process of devotional service. Now we have a bit of time. Yes, Bhaktivan, Hare Krishna.
We know that, Hare Krishna Mahamantra brought by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, when he just appeared in this world, so all the my Prabhupada, how they know the full mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Well, the answer to that question is yes and no. It's a case of achintya beda abeda tattva. Yes and no. Why? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, yes, and he brought the mantra, yes. Also no, because the mantra was already there. Right? So in the philosophy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we understand that yes, the Maha mantra is always there. It's always there, it's transcendental. But also at the same time, it sometimes might be hidden. It might be forgotten. It might not be chanted. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to inaugurate the Sankirtana movement, which is the public chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Does that answer your question? Cool. Anything more? Yes?
Just to have a deep answer on his question, it means why there was not the Hare Krishna before, it was only in the Kali Yuga, because before in the other yoga. There is other practice to purify our hearts.
Yeah.
If you can.
Well, it's the same point of the question before. The point is that the Maha Mantra is transcendental. Transcendental means that it has no beginning nor end. Okay? First point. Second point is that the Maha Mantra descends again and again. It descends from the spiritual world to Bhuloka, to this world. So when creation takes place, the mantra is there. Second point. But evam parampara praptam idam rajasayo vido sakalenya mahata yoga nashta parantapa. Savasya chaham hridisa nivistu mataha smritya jnanam apohanam cha. Apohanam cha means we are forgetting. We are forgotten. We simply forgot. We forgot. Because we forgot, and that is human conditioning, we have stopped chanting the mantra, we have stopped receiving the input, we have stopped understanding the transcendental nature of the mantra and Krishna. And thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to come again to wake you up. Jeev Jago, wake up and chant this mantra. It's there, it's perfect, it's transcendental, and it's very pleasing to Lord Sri Krishna. So you find it also in the Vedas, you find it in the Vedic literatures, or literatures pursuing the Vedic version. You can look it up. It's there in many different forms, but because the Maha Mantra is also in the Om, that Maha Mantra sound is non-different from the Pranava, from the Om sound. Non-different means that the same. You chant Om, you can chant Om as much as you like, but you can chant personal to Radha Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare. So in all the Vedas over the creation, there's Om, Om Purnam Ada Purnamidam, Om Tat Vishnu. Om means Hare Krishna. Om means Hare Krishna because Om, that is the Brahman, that is what Krishna exudes. That is the effulgence, that is the creation that Krishna exudes. But we understand from Srila Prabhupada and from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that this is already present. The Maha Mantra is already there, it's always there, it's transcendental, it has no beginning, no end. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of his glorious compassion, he just came again. He came again to wake you up. Please chant this mantra, it's there, take it. Take the mantra, it's free, take it. Here it is, just need what you need. You need a little Shraddhavan, you need a little faith. A little faith. Time is there. In the mantra also, you transcend time. Sometimes when you sit in japa, you chant Hare Krishna and time is gone. You read from Bhagavatam, time is finished. So it's just a little faith that we want. A little faith in the Maha Mantra. And that little Maha Mantra faith, that will give us everything we need. All desires will practically be fulfilled. Just by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. And if we cannot believe it, it's okay. It's okay if you cannot fully trust in the Hare Krishna. Then it's okay, but please see Srila Prabhupada. Understand who is Srila Prabhupada. Read about the life of Srila Prabhupada and get to feel what does Hare Krishna mean. What did Prabhupada say? When Prabhupada was asked, how do you feel when you chant Hare Krishna? Prabhupada said, I feel no fear. This is why we have to develop that attitude of surrender to the spiritual master, to become free from that anxiety, to lose our faith, because we are still in that state where we are doubtful, and we are anxious, and we are afraid of the possibility that the Maha Mantra gives us. But by Srila Prabhupada's example, we can see the potency of the mantra. Very simple. Srila Prabhupada conquered in a matter of 10, 11 years. He conquered the whole world just by chanting Hare Krishna. So that is something that we have to understand, that only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada can we understand Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and only by the living spiritual masters, Janananda Goswami Maharaj and our predecessor spiritual masters, only by their mercy we can understand Srila Prabhupada, and only by understanding Srila Prabhupada we can understand Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai. Jai.
Shadavan Jana hai, Shadavan